Hello everybody and welcome to DRL TV. I'm your host James Bandoff. Tonight it's the Phoenix 180 here at Phoenix International Raceway for the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series. Currently halfway through qualifying. As you see, Rod Farsner, he just completed his lap time. Chris Lucky currently fastest at the halfway mark in this one. So as we take a look around the track to see who is still attempting their qualifying effort, you see Jason Schaffer, he wants to start in the back of this one. We go around the track. We have Justin Eicher, currently 18th with a 47.071. If we can find somebody on the track, I believe most people have attempted Adam Breeden. He's waiting at the line as well. Looking through the grid, Terrence Sene, he's on to his first lap. We'll see, second lap, excuse me. Currently 5th with a 28.130. We'll see if he'll be able to improve. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in qualifying. Going down into turn 3, gonna hug that yellow line coming off of turn 4. And he does improve, moving himself up to the outside front row with a 28.068. Less than a minute. Who else is on the track at this time? David Wright going wide into 3 and 4. Coming off turn 4 to cross the start finish line. With the 29.118, good enough for 22nd. He'll have enough time to complete a second lap as he cuts down onto that dog leg all the way to that inside wall. Gonna have to keep an eye out on the exit of turn 4. That outside wall comes up on you quickly. As he crosses the start finish line. Moving himself up to 6th with a 28.156. With 5 seconds left, that's going to be the end of qualifying. The other drivers crossing the line now to complete their slow time. Marvin Wingfield, 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Blazing lap time there. And it looks like Chris Lucky is the pole sitter for tonight's event. We'll see if we can pull him in for a quick interview. Hey, Chris Lucky, this broadcast booth. You have a coffee?
Yeah, JP, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We saw you were the fastest in practice, and here you are sitting on the pole. Are you going to be able to do the Triple Crown and win the race as well?
Yeah, that's the idea. We'll see how the cautions fall. I know there's going to be different pit strategies, so we'll see how it plays out.
How does the truck feel compared to the B car in last night's race?
It's definitely got a lot less power, so you can start putting the power down earlier, and I think it's going to wear out the right front tire more as people do that, but you got to try to keep these things wound up.
Absolutely, and it does look like you're the only Grand National Series driver in the field tonight, so you'll be able to play a little spoiler and keep one of these Truck Series regulars from locking themselves into the playoffs tonight.
Yeah, that's the idea. I don't win a whole lot, so I'm excited about the opportunity to come down here, and I seem fast in practice, so we'll see if we can get it done.
Absolutely. Well, we'll keep an eye on you tonight and hopefully talk to you at the end.
Cool. Thanks, JP.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. As we look through the rest of the grid, these guys are rolling off, getting ready to go green flag racing for 110 laps at this Vermont racetrack. And we are green here at Phoenix. Just lucky off to a fantastic start as he pulls away side by side down the second. You see he's coming down below that yellow line. You can see that already. Out the second continues on. About the second before he should have some in. Back up to the lead, you see a 1 second advantage. Kentucky hands over second place Corey Sherman. Dynasty in that 32 right on his back bumper. Dynasty still looking for his first win. Corey Sherman was able to pick up his first win in Dynasty Racing League a couple weeks ago, locking himself into the playoffs. You see Dynasty get a little bit of a run there. Nothing doing this time by, however. We'll see if he decides to try to dive it down in there. He's not going to. Still got 100 laps here in this one. Don't need to do anything stupid at this point. As the top 6 is starting to spread out, we're going to look back to back. Where it really begins, led by the 58 of Adam Purcell, which is in 8th position. Holloway to the inside of the truck. Going way high. Able to keep it off the wall and level to each other. Great driver by him. He had a fantastic finish last week at California. See Austin Collins not able to the inside of him. Take that position away from him as well. This time. Back up on Dynasty course, he's able to pull away a little bit from the 32 teams today. Oh, Sherman getting very close to the outside wall. He might make some contact. On board with Terrence May as Wellborn's come down to the pits. Green flag so far through the first 15 laps. These guys have been having fantastic opening green flag runs in each of the first 4 races they've been at. As we go back a little farther, see Austin Collins will go to the outside of Dustin Jones if he's able to get that run down in 3 and 4. Battle between David Lindahl and 51 and Johnny Outlaw. That is for the 14th position. Stevenson getting out of the racing group a little bit. He seems to be having a little bit of trouble, but he's able to stay inside the top 10. Bell adds another truck with Brent Pincott now getting into the race. Very high line, yes. Possibly get to the outside. No, he does not. Dustin Jones closes the door on him. Maybe a crossover down to 2-1. that top 5 with Jared Rogers, David Wright, Wilkins down it out for the 7th position. Right behind them at the tail is the 28, Cody Barber. On board with the 28. They dive down into turn 1. Taking a look at the gyro cam to see just how much banking there is on this racetrack. You go from banking down to the flat, cutting the dog leg back up, down into turn 3. You can actually hear Jared Rogers downshifting as he goes into turn 1 and turn 3. Right there, there's the downshift. And he shifts back out right before he cuts across that dog leg and we'll do it again down here. Start of lap 25, Chris Lucky catching the lap traffic now. That's William Winfield in the 83. Back up battle, yeah, Brent Kincott and Dustin Jones still fighting in the 11th position, excuse me. Kincott gonna try the inside now. Should have the advantage of the rest of the dog leg. That is the shorter way around the track when you cut that dog leg. We'll see if they'll be able to have a run off the corner. It might be advanced. Dustin Jones, as they actually make contact. Dustin Jones able to keep it off wall contact again. Oh, great job there by the Ford truck. Brent Kincott keeping it off with that inside wall. That opens the door for the 51 and the 98 to now get involved in this battle. They're going to go back at it. If Kincott can get to the back bunker, we'll see if he'll use his front bumper and maybe move him out of the way as a little payback. He's able to get around. Going back up to inside the top 5. Big group of cars as David Wright has moved himself up to the second position. Third, Corey fourth, Jerry Rogers fifth. Contact there with Jerry Rogers in the 9. As he's able to get around Corey Sherman. But Wilkins also going to take advantage, taking another position with him, 6th Corey Sherman. Corey Sherman keeps dropping back. Purcell going to look to the inside. As well as Corey Barber. Corey Sherman started all the way in the 3rd position. He'll be dropping all the way to the 9th and 8th position if Cody Barber's able to make that pass, which it looks like he will. Going through 1 and 2. Tire wear might be an issue for the 6th Corey Sherman. Pit stop should be coming soon. As he actually comes down to pit now. Corey Sherman pitting from the 8th position. Get 4 fresh tires into the field. Second place, David Wright, putting a lap on the 41. So now you're going to do the same. Jared Gordon in the 82 coming down the pit. Chris Lucky to almost 5-second lead. As he continues to set a wonderful pace, completing lap 40. 70 to go. extensive amount of time, 54.75 seconds. Gonna put him multiple laps down. Big battle going on there involving Dustin Jones, the 17 and the 6 Corey Sherman. Sherman's laps down. Big wiggle there by the 17. He's able to keep it straight. Continuing to put driver's lap down. That's the 31 Patrick Cowgill. He's going for his first lap down. This is the biggest battle we have going on between these drivers. This is for just outside the top 10 position. And I would like to correct myself earlier in the broadcast. I said Chris Lucky was the only Grand National Series driver in the running, but there's also William Edwards in the 17 on your screen. He is also a Grand National Series regular competing here at Phoenix tonight. Currently in 10th. He's doing a fantastic job driving this truck. Austin Collins going way up the track. Ronnie Outlaw going to try to do a 2-for-1 as he passes the 98. He's to the inside of 26. Not quite going to be able to make a stick coming off of 4. We'll see what happens down into turn 1 they go. Looks like Holloway will give both of them the position. As you see, fresh tires and old tires coming together now. We're going to be 3 wide. Dustin Eichert way up high. 28 and 44 balance it out. This is for position. This is for the 5th position. Oh, little slide there by the 28, slamming on the brakes. Great job by him staying out of the 44. That could have been a very big disaster for the both of them. currently have 18 drivers on the lead lap, several laps down because they committed to the green flag pit stops. Once the green flag pit stop cycle completes, we'll see how many people will be on the green lap. For an extensive amount of time, 20 seconds and counting. You see the second place driver there, right? He's coming down from his green flag pit stop. One notable missing from this one is the 21 of Richard Springer. Looks like the 21 did not take the grid tonight. That's very unfortunate for him. David Webber Jr. has also retired from this race. He's 45 laps done. Chris Luckey has come down to make his green flag pit stop just about the halfway point. Jared Rogers doing the same, as well as the 32 of Terrence May. Top three drivers are pitting. That's going to give the lead to Dakota Wilkins. Wilkins stays out another lap. Once he crosses the line, we will be officially halfway complete in the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series Phoenix 180. Green flag up until this point, yet to have a yellow flag. It looks like Wilkins has come down the pit, as well as the 28 of Cody Barber. That will give the lead to Steven Sims, getting a bonus point for leading the lap now. Only a handful of drivers have yet to pit. The top 5 have yet to pit. Also the 10 of Rod Fosner and the 16 of Hayden Ashby yet to pit. Steven Sims will elect to stay out another lap. looking through the field. Once everyone does pit, Chris Lucky will retake the lead. Currently in the 5th position. Gonna go on board with the 77 of Chris Lucky. See a big wad of trucks right in front of him. See him work through the traffic on those fresh tires, just how much of an advantage he has over those drivers with over 60 laps. '16 has completed his pit stop with 43.88 seconds in the pits. Steven Sims, Dustin Jones, and Ronnie Outlaw are just hoping for a caution at this point. Dakota Wilkins is going to get around the leader and get his lap back. Steven Sims coming down the pit road. We'll see if Dustin Jones does the same. Looks like he's going to stay out for a lap. Get a bonus point for leading a lap. If he did, would be the 45 to the line, which he was not. So that's going to force Dustin Jones to stay out one extra lap if he does want that bonus point. As Chris Lucky passes the 51, he is now up to 2nd. Adam Breeden is down the pit. Dustin Jones can see the 77 in his mirror. He is hoping for a caution right now. He's going to have to pit within the next 5 laps. Looks like Chris Lucky will take the lead coming off of turn 2. Sixteen drivers on the lead lap. Still yet to have a caution here at Phoenix. not a whole lot in the way of battles going on right now. Rod Fosner, he has yet to pit. He's 75 laps on his tires. See a little bit of damage there on his back bumper. Other than that, pretty clean race truck. Dustin Jones has finally come down to pit. With Marvin Wingfield pitting as well, that leaves Rod Farsnar as the only driver yet to pit and make his green flag stop. Brent Kincott having himself a race right now, currently in the 8th position. He started back in 11th. Corey Sherman in the 44th, Dakota Wilkins battling it out for the 6th position. Looks like Wilkins will be able to take that on almost 30 lap fresher tires. Fosnar has finally come in and he's taken an extensive amount of time in the pits. 27 seconds and counting. As Chris Lucky comes off the turn 4 to cross the start finish line to complete lap 80 of 110. Only one driver has DNF'd up to this point, and that is the 96 of David Wellborn Jr. David Wright currently in the 2nd position in that 42 truck. 7 seconds behind the leader, Chris Lucky. Jarrett Rogers right behind him in 3rd. Fourth place, we have the 32 of Terrence Sinay. Adam Pacello, he started 10th. He's currently 5th. Then a little bit farther back, you have Dakota Wilkins in the 6th position. Brent Kincott, who we just mentioned, he's currently 7th. In a battle with Steven Sims, who's going to get around him and take 7th away from him. And right along with them is Corey Sherman in 9th. Cody Barber, who just took 9th away from the 6th truck. That is your top 10 as they run right now. caution is out on the track. We'll try to see if we can find out who it was. Oh, there it is. William Wingfield in the 83 and the 8 of 10 Emmenheiser. See if we can go back to the previous lap. See exactly what happened. Coming through the dog leg. Looks like he's very slow. Had some sort of issue coming down the track right in front of the 8, and the 8 just had nowhere to go. Not really sure what exactly was going on with him. Having significant trouble getting down into one. He was sliding off the track. Almost looks like he just had no traction as he was trying to get it together. And then the 8, you see there, he turns it. Great job there by the 83 holding the brakes, letting these drivers go by. As you see, green flag pit stops underway. Pit stops are coming through. These guys, they ran 86 laps on the green. First caution of the night. We're going to see if this race picks up a little bit in action as the laps are winding down. We're going to be under 20 laps to go when we go back racing at Phoenix. As pit stops continue, let's see if we can get a word with some driver. Maybe we can pull in Brent and see what he has to say. Hey, Brent Kingcock, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
What's up, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. You started in the 11th position. First caution of the night, currently up to 7th. How's the truck feel?
Feels pretty good. Long run speed's pretty good. Short run, not as good, but we're working.
Absolutely. As I see, we all double filed up. I thought we had one more lap, so I'm going to let you go here. Good luck to you, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this one.
Thanks, JP.
Did think we had one extra lap, but that's all right. The pace car is going to get ready to duck off here. Chris Lucky going to bring him to the line. Jerry Rogers to his outside. Pace car's off. Chris Lucky is off. We're back on the green. First and second able to clear each other. Terrence Sinay in third. The 58 a little wiggly there. Dean Simpson is inside as well as Wilkins. Almost 3 wide as they come off of the dog leg down into turn 3 they go. Billy Wingfield still on pit road after that incident. Great battle going on here. This is just outside the 5th position. 3 wide now. Austin Collins making his name known as he's going to dive it down to the inside of the 4 truck. They almost make contact. Oh, behind him makes contact though. The 28 of Cody Barber, he's able to keep it straight. Wow, what a save there by the 28 of Cody Barber. Fantastic save. That's going to single file everybody out for the most part. Going back up front. Chris Lucky, half a second lead now. The battle for second is on with Terrence Sinay. And a caution is out. Must be back in the pack. We'll see if we can find a name. The 82. Jared Gordon is the driver at fault. See if we can see that one more time. As he makes a little contact there with the 88 going down into 1. And he just slides up the track. He had a lot of momentum going on for him. Little damage there for the 88, but he might be able to save it. See how much damage the 82 has. You see damage there on the right front as he blinks out in iRacing. There he is. He pops back up. Damage there. But overall, not too bad for those 2 drivers. It could have been a lot worse. Looks like nobody's really electing to pit. Under 20 laps to go. Couple drivers not inside the top 5, however, led by David Wright, who was in 11th at the time. Across the line to complete lap 95. We'll see if we can pull in somebody for a quick interview. See if we can pull in Adam Cassell. Hey Adam Purcell, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, Adam, I've seen you hanging out inside the top 10 all race long, highest position being 4th. With under 15 laps to go, you think you'll have what it takes to either get the win or maybe a top 5 finish?
Well, I noticed that I've been having a longer run speed than everyone else, and I've just been able to catch everyone after that long run. It's just I was hoping this end was going to go a little bit longer for me to kind of pass everyone and leapfrog them, but hopefully I'll be able to pull out that short run speed and get by a couple of these guys and try and go get that win up there.
Absolutely, man. Well, we're double filing up, so we're going to let you go here and get focused, and hopefully we'll talk to you in a few minutes.
All right, thank you.
As Adam himself, starting on the outside row, 3rd car in. As it looks like Chris Lucky is going to elect the outside line this time. Previous restart, he was on the inside. We'll see if this helps him at all, if this might be error in judgment. Rod Posner is in the pit lane, as well as the 8 of Ted Ammonines are getting some damage fixed. Pace car getting ready to duck off. Chris Lucky's on the gas, and we are back underway. Great restart there by the 77. He's able to clear everyone by a couple of truck lanes. Steve Sims to the outside of Jerry Rogers, who will try to take second away. Hanson ain't right behind both of them. Little check up there with the 44 for Little Wilkins. And another caution is out. That's the back of the pack, as you can see. Whoever might have been on. The 31 and the 66. Let's see if we can see exactly what happened here. On board with Dominic Angioni in the 66. Actually happened right in front of them. Looks like Patrick Howgill got sideways. We'll see if we can revert back to that, see exactly what happened. My guess is he might have had a little help. Down into 3. He got loose, and the 26 just had nowhere to go. 28 had nowhere to go, helped him out, and then the 66 flying in there got into the side of him. Looks like it was only those two involved. Let's see if we can get a better look from inside the cockpit of Dominic. Starts to see him go sideways. Everyone's checking up. Nowhere to go as the 31 was starting to come down the track. Very unfortunate for the 66. Under 10 laps to go. For those who haven't seen us recently, we have upgraded with 3 attempts at a green white checkered and a raise. Last season it was only 1 attempt. These guys will have 3 attempts if necessary. I believe the field will get the 1 to go signal this time by, which will make it an 8-lap shootout. Let the elect on the inside line on this restart. As they stack up, they start going to be ducking. This car is off the racing surface down the pit lane. Chris Lucky's on the gas, and we are back on the green. Another great restart there by the 77. Chris Lucky, little lag there by the 45, but he's back on the racetrack. Down in turn 3 they go once again. So far so good for everybody. Oh, contact there, Dakota Wolf, Brent Kincock, excuse me, got into the wall. Contact again. And another caution has come out. 3 quick cautions after 80 plus lap green flag run to begin this race. See if we can see that from a better view. Coming off of turn 4, Brent Kincock hits the wall. He's coming down the track, regathering it. And it looks like the 6 just got into him. Might have been some netcode that got him stuck together. A very unfortunate way for Brent Kincock to end his night. I do not believe these guys are going to be using a green-white checkered attempt. I believe this is still under the 110 lap race amount. After a long green flag run, it's go time, and these guys have definitely felt the pressure. Luckily, up until this point, only 1 truck had DNF'd, and I believe it's going to be 2 now with Brent Kincock. Looks like his engine expired after making an outside wall contact. Dakota Wilkins fakes pitting at that entry point at pit road. Nobody buys into it as the pace car lights are still on, so we'll have 1 more lap around. Or 2 more laps, I should say. If the pace car lights go out this time by, it will be a quote-unquote green white checker using the 110 race length. It will not be an official iRacing use of the 3 attempts at a green white checkered. Looks like Chris Lucky's going to pick the inside lane on this restart as Jay Rogers is moving to the outside of him. Pace car lights do go out. We will have a green white checkered finish. Pace car ducks off to pit road. Chris Lucky will move into the green once again. Another great restart there by the 77, Chris Lucky. As they go down into one, everybody trying to get as much ground as they can. Stevenson's going to cut the dog leg and try to get a inside line on the 9 of Jet Rogers, force him high down into turn 3. Looks like he won't be able to do so. If they get to the line, he will finish this race under the 110 lap official length. And a caution comes out right before they get to the line. Oh, big wreck involving the 31 again and the 8. Gonna be on board with the 31. You see the 8 to the outside of him. Oh, started out in front of them. 17 got loose. 51 made contact with him. Then the 31 came up into the 8, and it was on from there. See if you can see that one more time. '17 ends up touching the 26, turns him sideways. 51 finishing, turning him around. We saw the 31 and the 8 and the 16 tangle up in that one as well. So now we are under our green-white checkered attempts. An over 80 lap green flag run to start this race, and comes to 4 quick cautions, and we are now under green-white checkered attempts to find out who will be the winner of the Dynasty Racing League Phoenix 180. Pace lights going out. Chris Lucky will be in the inside lane on this restart. Jarrett Rogers once again to his outside. Ducks off once again. Green-white checkered attempt number 1. Chris Lucky is on the gas. Great restart there by the 77. Down into turn 1 they go. Once again, Steven Sims looking to the inside. Down into turn 3 they go. Coming to the white flag, this race will be official. 1 lap to go for Chris Lucky. Oh, and the 32 gets moved up into the wall. Very unfortunate for the 32. He had a great race all night long. Coming down into turn 3, Chris Lucky. 1 turn away from winning. Looks like he's going to be able to pull it off. Chris Lucky coming off of turn 4 to cross the start finish line. Chris Lucky is your winner. Jerry Rogers coming home second. Steven Sims third. Tam Sine, who got caught up in that, all the way to 13th. Chris Lucky comes to the start finish line. Does not look like he'll do any burnouts. Let's see if we can get him in here for his victory interview. Hey Chris Lucky, this is the broadcast booth once again. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, JP.
Well, sir, heck of a race. A long green flag opening segment. We had a few cautions at the end, but you managed to hold on to this one in green, white, checkered attempts and win it. How's it feel?
Feels good. I don't get a whole lot of wins on the oval side of things, so, it feels good to come down here and hold my own. Some of these guys are pretty fast, and, hats off to everybody. I think we went 85 green flag laps. I wish we could have brought it home flag to flag, but everybody did a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. And you had a heck of a car leading the majority of those 80-something laps. Were you worried after you pitted and some of those drivers stayed out for several more laps? Were you worried that you might have got caught if a caution should have come out? You would have got caught up mid-pack?
Yeah, if the caution came out at the wrong time, I probably would have been at worst, I think 11th or 12th, with, a little bit more than half the race left. So I think I still would have been fine. I'm not sure if I would have won at that point, but I was digging pretty hard to try to make up as many of those spots as I could in case the caution did come out. But I knew when I pitted that I kind of had to pit because I think his name's David Wright came in. So I stayed out 3 or 4 more laps beyond that, pitted, and I knew guys were going to stay out, but it's just kind of a throw of the dice.
Absolutely. Well, picking up your win here tonight, this does not lock you into the playoffs, being that you're competing in the Grand National Series, but a win is a win. Speaking of the Grand National Series, next week we head to Atlanta. How do you feel about that?
I'm not sure I've ever driven the Xfinity car at Atlanta, but I'm sure it'll chew up the right front, which I like. Hopefully we can get some long runs there, and if we do, hopefully I'll get a top 10.
Absolutely. A nice bumpy track. The tire wear will be a huge factor there. Any shout-outs you'd like to give out before we let you go?
Yeah, just to my brother for building the sim rig, to you for doing the booth, Mike Springer for doing race control. Him and I talked briefly after the race last night, and he kind of educated me a little bit on how he was getting through 3 and 4, which I used tonight. So just thanks to everybody, all the drivers tonight. Everybody did a great job.
All right, Chris, congrats once again on your win. Go out and celebrate, and we'll see you next week at Atlanta.
All right, thanks, bro.
That was your race winner, Chris Lucky. Let's see if we can pull in second place finisher, Jarrett Rogers. Hey, Jarrett Rogers, the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, sir, coming home second tonight, not too bad. Started in the 4th position. You had several restart attempts on the outside of the 77. Is there anything you think you could have done to be able to get around him?
I mean, other than maybe being able to time and restarts a little better, I didn't really have much for him. He's pretty much class of the field tonight. Just happy to come home second, finish a race this season.
Absolutely, a great points night for you as we head into Atlanta. How do you feel about Atlanta?
Well, mile and a halves are always pretty good for me. If I can just finish them or not getting some other people's crap, I'll be all right. So we're hoping for a good finish there next week as well.
All right, and before we let you go, do you have any shout-outs you would like to give out?
I got to thank me and my teammate for getting some time in right here, getting some practice in. I got to thank Splash and Go Graphics for the awesome decal we got going on. Be sure to follow them on Twitter or hit them up if you want anything to do with that. And yeah, thanks to you for putting on the broadcast, and thanks to the league.
All right, Jared, congrats on your second place finish. Hopefully next week you'll finish one better, and we'll be able to talk to you in victory lane.
That's the plan. Appreciate it.
All right, you have a good one.
Yeah.
And last but not least, let's pull in Steven Sims. Steven Sims, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you started all the way mid-pack in 12th, finishing in the 3rd position. Led a few laps out there tonight. How'd the truck feel?
I didn't think I'd be sitting here talking to you when the race started. I'd about mid-pack all day, stayed out trying to catch a caution. That didn't work. I thought my race was over. Then caught back up. I think it was like P7 on one of the final restarts, and got a good restart, got the 3rd, and was able to keep it. I really got lucky.
Yeah, sometimes better to be lucky than good. A great points night for you, coming home 3rd. Next week's Atlanta. I know you're pretty good on those mile-and-a-half tracks. Any thoughts, concerns?
Atlanta's its own animal. It's really setup's really loose. Probably going to be hot. It's going to be a survival race, but I don't even know how I'll be yet until we're in the race. So we'll see.
Alrighty, and before we let you go, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give out?
Yeah, you guys for putting on everything and broadcasting it, and my teammates at Brett Kingcotton and Fosnov. Those guys are really helped me out with practice, and everybody watching at home.
And speaking of Brent, he was another driver who was having a great run. Unfortunately, he got caught up in that late wreck, but I'm sure you guys will both bounce. Well, he will bounce back next week at Atlanta, and hopefully we'll talk to you once again next week.
Yeah, I hope I'll get to talk to you next week. Thank you.
Alrighty, have a good night, sir.
You too.
And that's Steven Sims finishing 3rd. Let's see if we can take a look at our unofficial results. On your screen, Chris Lucky, 101 laps led tonight, leading all but 13 total. Jerry Rogers coming home 2nd. Steven Sims, 10 laps led, finishing 3rd. Dakota Wilkins, a lap led, 4th. Adam Pasal getting a nice top 5 finish tonight. Cody Barber, 6th. Austin Collins, 7th. Dustin Jones, 3 laps led, and 8th. 9th goes to Cody Gatsky and William Edwards coming home 10th. Dustin Eichert, 11th. Patrick Cowgill, 12th. Terrence Ney, 13th. Daniel Holloway, 14th. David Wright, he was up in the top 5 all in the early part of the race, coming home 15th. David Lindahl, 16th. 1 lap down is Marvin Wingfield, 17th. 1 lap down, Jason Schaefer, 18th. Ronnie Outlaw, 2 laps down, coming home 19th. And rounding out the top 20, Rod Fosnar, 2 laps down as well. '21st, Corey Sherman, 3 laps down. Jared Gordon, 3 laps down, 22nd. Adam Breeden, 6 laps down, 23rd. Ted Emineiser, 8 laps down, he's 24th. Hayden Askey, 25th, 9 laps down. Brent Kinkai, he was having a solid top 10 run all night long, coming home 26, 11 laps down. William Wingfield, 27th, 13 laps down. Dominic Mangione, 21 laps down, finishing 28th. David Wellborn, he was the only DNF tonight, 103 laps down, 29th. And Mike Springer was race control tonight. Big thank you to Mike Springer for doing race control. The next race on DRL TV will be the Atlanta 150 for the Dynasty Racing League Grand National Series. That's 98 laps on the 1.54 mile track. That's Monday, March 16th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The next race for the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series will also be at Atlanta the following night. The Atlanta 125, Tuesday, March 17th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. 82 laps. Be sure to check it out. And finally, big thank you to everybody that makes Dynasty Racing League possible. James Fandoff, owner, financial and marketing. Thank you to Martin Wenzel and Jordan Gonzalez for the technical support and the graphics you see on DRL TV, our Facebook page. And thank you to the broadcasters, James Fandoff, David Warburton Jr. Thank you to everybody who comes in as broadcasters as special guests. Last week, Bill Edwards, Ben Izenga, Mike Springer's done a few. Also, Rod Fosnar, who's helped out a lot with the Grand National Series. Thank you to race controllers, Mike Springer, James Pandoff, Dakota Wilkins, Jeremy Hebel, and all the other special race control guests we've had. That'll do it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been the Phoenix 180 on DRL TV. We'll see you next week. Have a great night.